Tucson police are investigating a car repair scam that has cost about a dozen victims thousands of dollars.
As investigator Matthew Schwartz reports, the most recent victim is also fighting for her life. It's a News 4 Tucson investigation.
Yeah, I have cancer and it's not curable. I have multiple myeloma. My blood is eating my bones.
We're not identifying her for her safety. She's a 74-year-old widow who, besides having cancer, lost $4,000 recently to scammers.
I could have used that money to pay for my chemo.
It began with a call on July 31st to the woman's cell phone.
He said, "Hey, how are you?" And I said, "Who is this? Carol?"
And what the caller, the scammer, then replied.
Well, of course. Who do you think it is?
Her close friend Carol has a deep voice, and the victim thought it was Carol on the phone. The caller said her car had broken down and she needed $2,000 to fix it. That later increased to $4,000. The victim withdrew the cash and, as instructed, brought it to the MPG repair shop on West Grant Road.
I told her that we needed to contact the police immediately and inform them of what was going on.
911, where's your emergency?
Police say MPG employee A.J. Lopez did the right thing when he called 911 on the woman's behalf. Lopez recognized the scam because he says the scammers have sent a dozen intended victims to this garage over the past year, apparently to get the victim in the neighborhood where they could watch them. Their friend's car certainly wasn't there.
It does make me feel very angry that they're targeting our location and putting such a damper on it for no reason.
After A.J. called Tucson police, the scammer called the victim, this time pretending to be a police detective. He said he had the con artist under surveillance and to go along with what he says. The scammer then told the elderly woman who was with her caregiver to throw the envelope containing the cash over a fence at a designated location. Police say the caregiver is not a suspect. Remember, the women thought that the police were watching, so the caregiver did just that. Hours later, after not hearing from police, the elderly woman knew she had been scammed.
What went through your mind when you realized you were scammed out of $4,000?
I'm an intelligent person. At least I used to be before I got sick. And I'm thinking, how could you be so dumb?
This is a very common scam.
Tucson police detective Jeff Van Norman says there have been about a dozen cases like this since 2014.
These guys are bad guys 24/7, 365. They will call somebody, and then the first thing that they will do is say, "Do you know who this is?" And the victims will usually try to be very helpful and say, "Okay, I know who this is. I'm trying to guess who it is," and they'll throw out a name.
Do you have any suspects or persons of interest?
We have some people that we're looking at, yeah.
What advice do you have from anyone who might get one of these scam calls?
Don't try to give out information. If somebody said, "Hey, can you guess who this is?" Don't give them a name.
If you could talk to the scammers now, what would you say to them?
I would tell them that they're really doing everybody a disservice. Why are they, get a job.
Remember, if anyone calls you and says, "Don't you know who this is?" don't guess any names of your friends or relatives. Hang up immediately and call police. If the scammer does use the name of someone you know, call that person and verify that he or she did in fact call you. And if you have a story you'd like us to investigate, email us at investigators@kvoa.com or call 955-4444. Investigating for you, Matthew Schwartz, News 4 Tucson.